He ruled the Soviet Union with an iron fist, sent millions to the gulags, and shaped the 20th century with terror and steel. But even Stalin, the man who seemed invincible, met his end not at the hands of his enemies, but in eerie silence behind closed doors. Welcome back to Chronicles of Legends, where history's greatest figures come alive in stories of power, conflict, and fate. Today, we uncover the final hours of Joseph Stalin and the chilling mystery surrounding his death. It was the evening of March 1st, 1953, at Kuntsevo Dacha, Stalin's private residence outside Moscow. The 74-year-old dictator had spent the night with members of his inner circle, Lavrentiy Beria, Georgy Malenkov, Nikolai Bulganin, and Nikita Khrushchev. They dined, drank, and talked late into the night. At around 4 a.m., Stalin retired to his private quarters. Hours passed, and then silence. By afternoon the next day, his guards grew uneasy. No one had seen or heard from Stalin all morning, but none dared enter the room without direct orders. The fear of crossing Stalin, even in his silence, was paralyzing. Finally, around 10 p.m. that evening, they dared to enter. Stalin was found lying unconscious on the floor, cold, breathing heavily, soaked in urine. He had suffered a massive stroke, and no one had acted for over 12 hours. Stalin's stroke left him partially paralyzed and unable to speak. Physicians were called, but by then precious time had been lost. His pulse was erratic. He couldn't respond. His right side was limp. Over the next 3 days, Stalin's condition deteriorated. He drifted in and out of consciousness, surrounded by the very men who feared and secretly loathed him. On March 5, 1953, at 9:50 p.m., Joseph Stalin died. His official cause of death, a cerebral hemorrhage caused by hypertension, a type of stroke. He was 74 years old. News of Stalin's death was met with shock across the Soviet Union. For 4 days, the country was plunged into official mourning. His body was embalmed and displayed in Moscow's Hall of Columns. On March 9th, Stalin was given a lavish state funeral. Millions of people lined the streets of Moscow. Some accounts say over 100 people were crushed to death in the crowd trying to catch a glimpse of the dictator's casket. Yet, behind the public grief was a darker, quieter mood, a mixture of fear, confusion, and cautious relief. Because with Stalin gone, a new question emerged. Who would control the Soviet Union now? To this day, some historians question whether Stalin's death was simply natural or engineered. There are chilling details. Why did his guards wait so long to call a doctor? Why was Beria, the feared head of the secret police, seen smiling and relaxed in the hours after Stalin was found unconscious? Why were the best doctors from Stalin's own medical purge not called immediately? Some suspect Stalin's inner circle let him die, a quiet coup cloaked in inaction. We may never know for sure. Joseph Stalin died as he ruled, in isolation, surrounded by fear, and leaving behind a world transformed by his brutal will. His death was not just the end of a man, it was the beginning of the end of an era. If you found this story intriguing, make sure to subscribe to Chronicles of Legends for more deep dives into the minds, lives, and legacies of history's most fascinating figures. Don't forget to like, share, and hit the bell so you never miss a story that shaped the world. Until next time, remember, legends are made not just by how they live, but by how they fall.